previewed. Uh, Picking straight up winners, I was 6-2 in the 8 games that we previewed. My only losses, Arizona and West Virginia. ATS, I was 4-4. The losses there came from Arizona, LSU, West Virginia, and Missouri. And for you, you were 5-3 picking winners this week. Your losers were West Virginia, Washington, and TCU. And ATS, you were 2-6. Your losses there were Arizona, LSU, West Virginia, Washington, TCU, and Missouri. So let's just get into it. Arizona, Kansas State. I made a horrible read here. I know you took Arizona to cover the spread as well, but look, Kansas State is just a much fuller football team. They do more things well. And I thought that the superstar talent for Arizona was maybe going to outweigh Kansas State late in the game. And yeah, sure, we saw Arizona's superstar talent. We saw Ted McMillan look awesome this game for the most part. And Kansas State, all they did was just run the ball. And I thought Avery Johnson's struggles might catch up to them eventually. But guess what? It didn't matter because they were really effective on the ground and they controlled this football game. I know Arizona's time of possession, they had like 30 minutes to Kansas State's 29, but Kansas State was really good. All right, they were a much better team than Arizona was. Kansas State was 7-13 on third down. They only had 3 penalties. They played a clean game, no turnovers. That's how you win a football game, right? That is how you win a football game. And Kansas State got it done. I'm going to have to reevaluate the way that I looked at this team previous to the season. I think their defense is better than I thought that they would be. I don't think I think Avery Johnson is fine. I think he's capable of winning football games. I haven't seen him do anything crazy yet. And their run game has just been awesome with DJ Giddens. So I'm liking this Kansas State football team moving forward. Moving forward for Arizona, yeah, I'm concerned a little bit about their defense. And I'm concerned about how potentially one-dimensional Arizona is. I know they were missing Ja'Cory Cross-Merritt, but I don't think that was exactly why you couldn't run the football. So, yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about Arizona moving forward.
Yeah, we've seen some injuries happen for Arizona's offensive line and their running game, obviously, with
Mm-hmm.
that run with the running back. So that could be it. It obviously takes some pressure off of Fafita and McMillan because those guys are incredible. But again, you cannot be, like Matthew said, just kind of two-dimensional or two players. It's 11 players going on, and Kansas State was the better 11 players. And on most every play of this game, obviously, if you told me Kansas State was going to be able to run the ball for 200 plus yards, I would have felt really good about their chances at home, and they didn't. And obviously, Arizona has to get things right, figure things out once they do get into conference play, because I believe this was not a conference game,
It
correct?
wasn't. Yeah. So,
So I guess no harm, no foul in conference. But again, they're going to have to figure out some stuff because, Utah, you go on the road to Utah, and then Texas Tech looks better. BYU has been a little bit of a surprise this year. So they're going to have to figure things out and figure things out quickly for them to be able to bounce back in this, Big 10 or Big 12, excuse me. I do still want to see a little bit more from Avery Johnson. I He's really good. And if he can have 110 yards on the ground every game, that is awesome. But if you're going to be Kansas State and you want to compete for a Big 12 title game and you want to be able to win a playoff game, right? He's going to have to do more than just be on his legs. He's got to be dynamic through the air. And we'll see. He had some nice long throws, but again, consistency. And you saw some freshman mistakes like the end of the first half. Like that just happens, right? Like should have stepped out of bounds or not take a sack. Like it was just things like that that hopefully with experience kind of does get corrected. But again, a win is a win, and you won by 24, so you can't be too mad against one of the contenders in your conference. So if you're Chris Kleiman and Kansas State, obviously things to work on, which is good. But again, you get the win.